Hello, Josh Thomas, mortgage broker in Utah. Man, I feel like a little bit of a broken record today in what I'm going to be talking about. Every day, every week, I don't know. Somebody's always asking about the housing market, and it doesn't surprise me. This is definitely a very unique market, a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got a lot of snap to it, a lot of attention because of what's going so crazy with home prices almost artificially leapfrogging up. Very, very common right now to have a purchase price of, we'll say 400,000 and have to offer 420, 450 or even higher in order to be the one that wins that offer. And that $50,000 oftentimes isn't supported by the appraisal. And so people are having to bring, 20, 30, $40,000 extra to closing in addition to the down payment because everything else is based off that 400. And of course, that brings a lot of alarm, and rightfully so. People should be concerned. And so everybody's always talking about, is this a housing bubble or a crash? And I've definitely made a few messages about this, but I thought today I would go through a couple more things that I found pretty interesting when I read them. And so here's one article. When is the housing market going to crash? Is a red hot search term on Google. It went up 250%. I think this is back in April. It's a little bit of a dated story, but 2,400% increase in that search term. And then there was another term similar to that. How much should I offer? I think how much over list price should I offer? I think that one went up like 350% or something like that. So very interesting. This article itself, and I think I'll include this with this video, but this article's got some interesting points. The main thing that I wanted to highlight was all the way down at the bottom. I do not find that we're in a housing bubble. Believe it or not, I really firmly believe that all these prices will be sustained. But this line item at the very bottom is what caught my attention. Investors are quite heavy in the market as well, given high demand for rentals, and that should serve as a backstop for major price declines. So this article is saying because of investors that they think that the market's very, very stable. On the flip side, I feel like the investors are the alarm. There are a lot of investors in this market, and it is crazy. But here's the thing about it. Investors are what was in the market back in 06, 07. They aren't the solution. Homeowners that are going to occupy the home, that's the solution. And so as long as they're in the market, which they are in force, then everything's great. It's when it's just the investors, that's where it gets a little scary. And so kind of a funny little touch on this one that what they're saying is a little opposite as to why I'm saying it's there. But anyway, so watch for that. If you're ever concerned about bubbles and you want to kind of keep your own opinion and thumb on the market, look for when investors are the majority of the market. That's when you definitely don't want to, you definitely want to be alarmed at that moment. So another article that I read says I just wanted to kind of quote a couple things from it. Second consecutive month that sales have slumped. So as a result of sales, homeowners, like every month they measure how many sales were in the marketplace, and it's been going down a little bit. So when they see this, some people think, oh, the red hot real estate market's going to be cooling off and maybe we're going to start crashing and correcting and all that. But keep reading. It says there, however, there could also be a simple explanation as to why existing home sales have slowed. It's because there aren't enough homes to buy. There are 400,000 fewer homes for sale right now than there was a year ago. Can you believe that? Crazy. Anyway, so that's kind of an interesting thing. Looking and keeping in mind that in 2020, that there was not a lot of real estate activity going on for a time. And so it's kind of crazy to think that we have even less homes for sale. Anyway, so it's kind of a cool little chart right there. And then last article I wanted to cite, experts say home prices will continue to appreciate. I'm not going to say that experts are the only thing. We should just listen to other people and just buy into it. I think we should listen to other smart people and then develop our own opinion. And so this article also cites the 2,400% increase in the search term, when is the housing market going to crash? And then you have this right here. One of the most noteworthy things that came up in conversations with agents was that every single one said they had conversations with clients about whether or not the housing market was heading into a bubble. To alleviate some of these concerns, let's look at what several financial analysts are saying about the current residential real estate market. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch. These are some of the market leaders from these companies, which know finance. Can they be dumb and make mistakes? Of course, they're human like you and me. But it's interesting to hear that their viewpoints, and so I'll go ahead and link this article as well. But all four of them are pointing to a strong housing market as well. Kind of looking at the same type of stuff that I talk about here. So anyway, just wanted to show that. I do not believe we are in a housing bubble. I do not believe a bubble is forming. We are very aggressively appreciating right now, over aggressive. And I really wish we would stop doing it quite so aggressively, but I think it'll be sustained for at least another 3 years. I really do. So get in while it's good. 3 years from now, let's have a conversation, see what's going on. A lot can change in 3 years, but as of present, those are my thoughts. So anyway, hope you have, oh yeah, there's my website, my contact info. You can comment if you have something to say, tell me what you think of my points here, or message me, or share this if you think somebody that would benefit from this information. And then of course there's my company information besides my team. So anyway, thanks a lot for your attention, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your summer. Talk to you later.